So, hello everybody, my name is Abdelkarim Gabi from the summer semester 2018. In this tutorial, this video, I will going to show you how the basic idea of our project will be implemented. So the idea of our project is to read the failure from the OPC server and try to locate those failure directly on the AutFab. So as you can see here, that if we have a failure or error alarm in the station 60, 50 or 40, so the alarm need to be displayed above this station. So after a discussion with my teammates, we are decided to implement the spatial mapping. To get a basic idea of the spatial mapping, I highly recommend you to check the Microsoft Academy. There's a lot of tutorial how to use Unity, interact with holograms, gaze, or all of the inputs you need for this project. Okay, so right now we open the version 5.6 of Unity, and I already have opened the project of my teammates where they already implemented their parts. So we already have here the OPC interface, and we have all the interface for each station. So the idea right now is how we are going to place those interfaces above its station. Okay, like I said before, the basic idea is the spatial mapping. So before we get to Unity, we need first of all, for the spatial mapping, we need to scan the AutFab or the room or the environment that you need. For this, the first step, we need to go to the Windows device portal, and we connect our HoloLens to the device so we can scan the meshes. So after connecting your HoloLens to the device portal, you go to the 3D view, and as you can see here that the HoloLens is turning when I also turn my head. To scan your environment, you just scroll down and just click Update. When you start to update, that the HoloLens is already starting to scan the whole environment. As you can see here, the meshes is starting to getting step for step. If you want, as you can see that we have like a bunch of triangles. If you want more details, you just move around and click one more time Update. So try to look in every corner in the room so you get more details, and that the spatial mapping in good shape. After you finish scanning, you just click Save, and you will get the spatial mapping. Go to your folder, grab this spatial mapping object, and save it in the assets folder of your project. My assets folder of my project was this one, and try to copy it as try to paste it here, what I already did with this object linear mesh. Okay, so when you go back to Unity recognize this object, and he will be like uploaded in this fenster. In Unity, we need first of all to search for the spatial mapping prefab already programmed from the Microsoft, and you can get it from the Holo Toolkit. So we tap spatial mapping and already the prefab. We drag the prefab into our hierarchy, and that's it. So the spatial mapping, as we can see here, he need the room model. The room model in this case, it's our mesh. So you you click on this mesh and you drag it on the room mod. Okay. So guys, after grabbing the spatial mapping into our hierarchy, we need to do 3 or 4 steps before we run our program. So, as we saw, we grabbed the spatial mapping in the hierarchy, and the spatial mapping prefab has 3 components, or like we say, 3 scripts. If you want to get more detail on those scripts, you just go to the Microsoft Academy. They already explained how the code works in details, but I think in this project it's not really important to go deep in the code. So, after getting our scan model into Unity, we need first of all to configure the input manager. So, we have already here the input manager or the scene manager in our project. The scene manager is already a prefab from the Holo toolkit. So for the scene manager, the purpose to configure the scene manager is that we need to put every image or every hologram in one position, and this position will be fixed during the whole application. And for that reason, Holo toolkit already provides us a word anchor. So the word anchor is like a fixed point for each image. And to do this, we need to go to the scene manager or input manager, and we need to add a component called word anchor manager. So now, after we have the word anchor manager in our input manager, we need to decide which interface or which image in those interface need to be placed and why we need the spatial mapping for this. So the idea was, so we need to scan the AutFab so we can recognize this station. So after scanning, we see, okay, this is station 20, this is station 30. And the second idea was the operator need to place manually those images. So he grab the hologram or the image, and he looks around the operator, or he looks around the mesh, or looks around the room, and he gaze to the station, and he will place this image or this hologram wherever he want. So for this to place to click on the image or to tap on the image and to place it wherever you want, we need to go to our station 60 or station 50, whatever you want, or all of them. We go down into our hierarchy and we go to the BTN alarm. This alarm, the idea, me and our teammates, we discussed about it, and we wanted to place only this ring bell. The ring bell is significant for an error in our project. So with this, we go to the BTN alarm, and also we need to add a new script. The script, add component. So we click on add component. Why it's not working? Add component now. And we tap to place. This tap to place has, like we see here, 3 parameters. The first of all, you need to name your anchor. So the anchor of our error alarm will be named anchor of the station 60. And the parent game object, the parent object of the game, it means under which object this error bell or this ring bell is situated. So our parent's object in this time is the station 60. So the whole campus station 60. So we need to grab this, click on station 60 and grab it into parent game object. The reason for this is We don't need only to place the ring bell and the instruction will be placed in another place. No, so we place only the ring bell and the instruction will be placed automatically with the ring bell. So for this, we need to select place parent on tap. So when we tap on the ring bell, we will place the whole canvas into a place or in a place that we want. So we do this for all the ring stations. It's the same thing. So like we see here, also station 40, station 30, and station 20, and station 10. Alright, so after the input manager, the tap to place script, we have the model, and we can run the program. Yeah, but before that you need to configure your project. First of all, go to project settings, player, and make sure that you have the virtual reality supported is crossed, and make sure in publishing settings make sure that you have spatial perception selected and webcam selected also. Yeah, that's it. Also, we need to check the quality of our project. So you go and click on the check that the fastest quality is selected here. Right now, to build your project, just click on Windows Store and click Switch Platform. What I already did here, so you can, if you did it correctly, you will see the cube of Unity is next to the Windows Store icon. Then you can click on Add to Scene. Make sure that your main scene is selected. And for your target, you would select HoloLens. And yeah, so you can build. For the build, make sure that you have a new ordner as a new file, call it app, and just choose this file, and that's it. So Unity will take some time because the project is becoming more huge, and he will build this and give you the code that you can run it on the visuals. After finishing, you can go to your application, click on this Mixed Reality project. So you will get your Visual Studio project. For this you need to select debug the x86, and if you wanted to test it on your local machine or remote machine, whatever you want, you can decide. If you want the remote machine, you need to tap your IP address of the HoloLens and just click select. We can also run this on Unity, so if you want to take a look how it looks like in the real life or in the HoloLens, just click play. So as we can see here, I made some error, and as you can see, so we can go to this error select it, and as you can see that your image will be placed on the mesh. So as you can see, you can also move through the mesh. So you see the image recognize that's a wall. So if I gaze on the black surface, the images won't be placed because it's nothing. So it also only interact with the meshes of your room. So as you can see, you can go through the room. Okay, and I saw operator wants to place it, let's see, on this wall. So you can see now this image will be fixed on this wall, and during your application you will have it always on this situation, on this position. So that's it. Thanks you for watching.